ॐ येनात्मना विलीयन्ते उद्भवन्ति च वृत्तयः नित्यावगतये तस्मै नमोऽधीः प्रत्ययात्मने प्रमथ्यवज्रोपमयुक्तिसंवृतैः श्रुतेररातीन् शतशो वचोऽसिभिः ररक्षवेदार्थनिधिं विशालधीर् नमो यतीन्द्राय गुरोर्गरीयसे शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। उपदेश साहस्री तत्वमसि प्रकरणम। पूर्व पक्ष इज बौद्ध, क्षणिक विज्ञानवादी। सिद्धांति is refuting the idea of that. Purva Pakshi is using the term Apoha Vada in introduction to 146. He said it is Apoha Vada. Siddhanti is showing dosha in this Apohanam. Apoha means elimination. So Purva Pakshi is saying our Kshanika is elimination of Akshanika. Our Gotva is elimination of Agotwa. Any lakshana is defined in this way. Further, Purva Paksha now. 147 shloka introduction, page 297. ननु अभावो नाम न सतो निवृत्तिरिष्यते येनाति प्रसंगः स्यात् किंतु निरूपाख्य एव अन्य व्यावृत्त्यात्मना अभिलष्यते इति शंकते. Purva Paksha says Abhava is not absence of existence. Na satah nivrittihi. If you do satah nivritti, then there is ati prasanga. Kintu nirupakhya eva anya vyavrutyatmana. Nirupakhya, that which is devoid of any rupa, and that is in the form of anya vyavrutti. What is the ati prasanga? So here nirupakhya is anya vyavrutyatmana, means anya vyavrutti rupena. Abhilashyate. This is our intention. Abhilasha means ichha, intention. So this is our motive. When we say Abhava is nirupakhya, whose upakhya means whose lakshanam is anya vyavrutyatmana, anyasya vyavrutti. This is Abhava. Abhilashyate iti shankate. So what is the ati prasanga? Ati prasanga, Siddhanti had said in 145 in Tika. We saw second line of 145 basically in shloka. Agora sattvam gotvam te natu tad gotva lakshanam. Agoho asatvam is gotvam. This lakshana is not gotva lakshana, Siddhanti had said. This is the Ati Prasanga. Purva Pakshi says there is no Ati Prasanga. We will work it out. How? Bheda bhavepya bhavasya bhedo nama bhirishyate nama bhedairanekatva mekasya syat katham tava bheda bhavepya bhavasya bhedo nama bhirishyate nama bhedairanekatva mekasya syat katham tava. भेदा अभावे अपि भेद अभावे अपि अस्य अभावस्य भेदो नामभिः इष्यते. So abhava is nothing but bheda abhava. Bheda means anyanya bhava. So anyanya bhava abhava is the abhava that we talk about. But by names, abhava or bheda is indicated. Bhedo nama bhihi ishyate. Purva Pakshi is saying. So Siddhanti is the second line. Siddhanti is showing dosha. Nama bhedaihi anekatvam ekasya tava katham syat. Tava means tava mate ekasya nama bhedaihi anekatvam katham syat. In your matam, there is only one, Kshanik Vijnana. How that one will have anekatvam, manyness, because of the different names. What is this? Bheda abhave abhavasya bhedaha. In abhava. So, what is Gotva? Gotva is Agotwa Abhava. This is how they want to do lakshana for everything. What is Himalayatva? Ahimalayatva Abhava. What is Ashwatva? Anashwatva Abhava. So, in Abhava, there will be Bheda Abhava. Abhava will not have Bheda. Bhedasya Abhava means there is no Bheda. There is no Bheda means there is no difference. Everything is that Rupa only. So Swarupataha, they say there is no Bheda. There is Bheda Abhava. Bheda Abhave api, but Abhava is indicated by Bheda, by the word Bheda. How? What is Agotwam? So Agotwam is Gotva Abhava. You have to go step by step. Gotva is Agotva Abhava. Agotva is there where is no Gotva is Agotva. So Ashwatva, Hastitva, Manushyatva, Parvatatva, Gangatva, everything is all called Agotva. So Gotva is Agotva Bhava, Agotva is all these. So all of their Abhava is Gotva. Gotva is where Ashwatva Abhava is there, Manushyatva Abhava is there, Purushatva Abhava is there, Apakshitva Abhava is there, everything. So because of that, there is Swarupa Bheda. See now, Tika. Abhavasya Swarupato Bheda Abhavepi. Abhava Swarupatah, it has Bheda Abhava. Api Agotvam Ashwatvam Anashwatvam Gotvam. What is Gotvam? So you should go in the sequence. Gotvam is Agotva Abhava. What is Agotva? Ashwatva. So therefore, Ashwatva Abhava, which is Anashwatva, is Gotva. This is called Dravid Pranayam. In our Shastra, this is called Dravid Pranayam. Instead of directly saying Gotva, he says that which is not Ashwatva, that which is not Manushyatva, that which is not this, that which is not this, is Gotva. So, Gotvam, how it is referred? Anashwatvam, Gotvam ityadi namabhi swarupa bheda ishyate. Gotvam name will be given to Anashwatvam and so many other. Now Siddhanti is showing Dushanam in this. Dushayati. Nama bhedaihi iti. Ekasya niswabhavasya abhavasya. Abhava, which is one, and it doesn't have any swabhava. So ekasya abhavasya niswabhavasya. Nama bhedair nirarthaka sanya bhedaihi. Because of Nama bheda, there are nirarthaka sanya bheda. They don't mean anything. Nirarthaka means they are literally meaningless. Nama bhedair nirarthaka sanya bhedaihi aneka padartha asadharanataya. But in aneka padartha asadharanataya vyavrittam. So aneka padarthanam vyavrutti. So what is Siddhanti showing akshepa? How because of Nama Bheda, Ekatva will have Anekatva. Ekatva means Eka Abhava, that Abhava which is one, which doesn't have any guna. Abhava cannot have any guna. So that which doesn't have any guna, so therefore it is Niswabhava. Of that, different Nama, Nama Bhihi, Nama Bhedaihi, Nama Bheda, different Sanya. How will you give different Sanyas in that Abhava to do Vyavrutti of different objects? So, Gotva means Agotva Abhava. Agotva Abhava means Ashwatva Abhava, Manushyatva Abhava, Apakshitva Abhava, Hastitva Abhava. So many Abhavas. In one Abhava, you have created so many Abhavas, just with names. Abhava cannot have guna to qualify something. There are no Visheshanas literally possible. In that you have created this. And that is for what? Doing Vyavrutti of other things. How will it do Vyavrutti of anything? Aneka padartha asadharanataya Vyavrutyatmatvam. katham ghateta. How will that abhava do vyavrutti of aneka padartha? So it is not this, it is not this, it is not this. This kind of vyavrutti, one abhava, Gotvam abhava means Manushyatva bhava, Purushatva bhava, Ashwatva bhava, Shwanatva bhava. How many you will be able to show? This is Siddhanti's objection. Kincha भिन्नानां व्यावृत्तिरपोहो अभिन्नानां va tatra adyam anudya dushayati. Not only that, now he shows another defect. This vyavrutti that you are talking about is of bhinna or abhinna. Apoha means vyavrutti. That apoha rupa vyavrutti is of bhinna padartha or abhinna. So when you remove all other things, that is called apoha, or all those things which are not different from a thing, that is called apoha. Adyam anudya dushayati. First is bhinnanam vyavrutti is apoha. Let us say apoha means bhinnanam vyavrutti. Apoho yadi bhinnanam वृत्तिस्तस्य कथं गवी नाभावा भेदकाः सर्वे विशेषा वा कथंचन अपोहो यदि भिन्नानां वृत्तिस्तस्य कथं गवी नाभावा भेदकाः सर्वे विशेषा वा कथंचन अपोहो यदि भिन्नानां वृत्ति ही तस्य कथम गवी तस्य गवी वृत्ति ही कथम that apoha, how will it stay in cow if that apoha is bhinnanam vyavrutti? Vyavrutti means elimination. Vritti means to stay. Kavi vritti katham, how it will stay in cow? What will stay in cow? What is Siddhanti asking?
Gotva will stay in cow.
No, how? Apoha. Apoha. Apoho yadi bhinnanam gavi tasya. Tasya means apohasya. Apohasya vrittihi gavi in cow katham. In Tika it is given tasya apohasya. This is first line. Second line. अभावाः सर्वे भेदकाः न विशेषा वा कथंचन स्युः. All abhavas are bhedakas. This is, if you take apoha as abhinna. First line is apoha is bhinnanam vyavrutti. Uttarardha is apoha is abhinnanam vyavrutti. Sarve abhavaha न भेदकाः. विशेषा वा कथंचन स्युः. पदार्थ is abhava rupa. What is Gotva? Gotva is Agotva Abhava. So everything is Abhava Rupa it will become. Other than Vijnanam, they say everything else is Abhava Rupa only. And in Vijnanam, there is manyness. There is Vishesha. Siddhanti says if Abhava is of Abhava Rupa, basically, how can you have manyness in Abhava? Because you will not be able to distinguish between two Abhava. Somebody may say, oh, Ghata Prag Abhava is different and Ghata Pradvans Abhava is different. But for an onlooker who just sees that there is Ghata Abhava, he doesn't know whether it is to be called Prag Abhava or Pradvans Abhava. And in general, more, if somebody will ask, here there is Gotva Abhava or Asti Abhava or Sarpa Abhava or Parvata Abhava, so you will say that all Abhavas are there. How will you distinguish? There is nothing. Abhavanam Anantatvam, Anantyat. They are infinite, only by name. He will question something beautifully. Siddhanti has. See now Tika. भेद प्रतियोगिनाम आनंत्यात् तद अवगमम अंतरेण तद अपोह अनवगमात् तस्य अपोहस्य गविवृत्ति ही कथम सिद्ध्येत इति शेषः. सो तस्य अपोहस्य गविवृत्ति ही कथम सिद्ध्येत. हाउ दैट इज पॉसिबल? व्हाई? बिकॉज व्हेन यू से Abhava, Abhava is Pratyogi Sapeksha, Ghata Bhava, Pata Bhava. So if you say there is any Abhava, Bheda Pratyoginam Anantyat. Bheda Pratyogis are infinite. What is Gotva? Agotva Abhava. Agotva can mean so many things. All those things, how many are there? Infinite. They all are Pratyogi. In order for me to know Gotva, I have to have knowledge of all Pratyogis, Agotva. So, Bheda Pratyoginam Anantyat, they are infinite. And without their knowledge, Tad Avagama Antarena Vina, Tad Apoha Anavagamat, Tad Apoha Avagama. How will you say we are going to eliminate all this unless you have the knowledge of those Pratyogis? This is not Ashwa, this is not Anya Pashu, this is not Manushya, this is not Pakshi, etc. You have to have knowledge of those Pratyogis, without which Tad Apoha Anavagamat, you cannot do the Apoha. So how that Apoha you will be able to say is, Apoha means elimination of all other, is staying in cow, in Gavi. Gavi Vritti hi katham siddhyet iti sheshaha. This is Purvartha. And tada siddhau cha kinchid abhavasya kvachid sulabhatvat vyavahara aniyama prasanga iti bhavaha. If you cannot do this Apoha siddhi, Abhava siddhi, then tada siddhau, in the absence of which kinchid abhavasya kvachid sulabhatvat. Kinchit abhava will be there anywhere. Means anything you take, kinchit abhava will be there. Some abhava will be present. So, vyavahara will be unregulated, vyavahar aniyama prasanga, you will not be able to have niyama. If you define Gotva positively, things will become so easy. Vidhi mukhena. If you try to define Gotva nisheda mukhena, if you try to define Kshanikatva nisheda mukhena, through this Abhava, that Abhava, how complex it will become. And that Abhava will be present somewhere or the other. Means in anything, some Abhava you can always find. So then Vyavahara will be difficult. Because you don't have any Vidhimukha Lakshana for anything. They are all Nishedamukha Lakshanas only. Dvitiya dosham aha. Dvitiya is Apoha yadi abhinna. Apoha is of abhinna vastu. Sarve api abhava ajatva ashvatvadi apoha rupa na bhedakaha. All abhavas like ajatva ashvatva means ajatva abhava, ashvatva abhava. This is called Gotva. Gotva is nothing but ajatva bhava, ashvatva bhava, etc. They are apoha rupa, but not bhedakaha, na bhedakaha. They don't create distinction. They just eliminate. They are only for Vyavrutti. Na goho itaretar Vyavruttattva buddhi janakaha. They don't create iterator Vyavrutti. न भेदकाः, न इतरेतर व्यावृत्ति जनकाः स्युः तथा विशेषा वा भावरूपाः खंडमुंडत्वादयो भेदका न स्युः. Then Vishesha or Bhavarupa. So let us take smaller steps before we understand this. Abhava. Abhava cannot be Vyavrutti Buddhi Janaka or Vishesha Rupa. Vishesha will be always there in Bhava Rupa, not in Abhava. So Abhava cannot have Vishesha, Abhava cannot be Bhedaka. If this is the case, Siddhantin is telling Purva Pakshi, then the Ajatva, Ashwatva, etc. These Ajatva, Ashwatva, there, so that which is Abhava is Agotwa Abhava, is Gotva. Gotva is Agotwa Abhava. That Abhava is Agotva means Ajatva, Ashwatva, anything. So what we have to do now? We have to do Vyavrutti of this Ajatva, Ashwatva, etc. That Vyavrutti is nothing but Agotva Abhava. That Agotva, once you know, then its Abhava is Gotva. But if these Apoha is of Abhinna Vastu, they are not Bhinna. Apoha is Abhinnanam Vyavrutti. So Ashwatva, Ajatva, etc., they are not Bhinna anymore. Because this second Paksha is Abhinnanam Vyavrutti. So if they are Abhinna, means they are not different from Gotva. Gotva, let's take only Ashwatva, for example. Gotva and Ashwatva. If Ashwatva is abhinna from Gotva, and that abhinna vastu's Vyavrutti we have to do. First paksha was Bhinnanam Vyavrutti. Second paksha is Abhinnanam Vyavrutti. So Ashwatva is abhinna from Gotva. Its Vyavrutti when we do, then we will have Gotva. But if they are abhinna, in abhinna vastu, how the buddhi that it is different, that will arise. So Tikakar says, Tatha Visheshaha, so na goho iteretar vyavrutatva buddhi janakaha syuhu. Those abhavas, they will not produce iteretar vyavrutti because they are abhinna. Tatha Vishesha va bhavarupaha khanda mundatvadayo bhedaka na syuhu. In Gau, khanda go, khando gau, mundo gau. Khanda means some part of the body is broken or the tail is cut little bit. They are called khanda gau. Munda means the horns are broken. They are called munda. So this is a bheda. Within cow, you can, how do they distinguish? Some rupa bheda is there, khanda gau is there, munda gau is there, etc. Such bhedaka itself will not be there. Bhedakaha na syuhu. Why? Bhedya bhedakayoho bheda asiddhehe. If it is abhinna, bhedya bhedaka, the distinguisher and distinguished, this distinction is not siddha. The distinction between distinguisher and the distinguished is unestablished in your language. This is how you say. Ityartha. Therefore, abhinnanam apoha cannot happen. So in the object, nanatva is not possible because you are defining any object as abhava rupa, abhava of others. Padarthanam nanatvam na sambhavati, abhava rupatvat. And vijnanasya nanatvam na sambhavati because vijnana is nirvishesha according to you. There is no guna in it. So there are no many padarthas. There is no many or variety in Kshanik Vijnana. How will you explain the world? This is what Siddhanti is telling. Evancha Apoha Vade Khandagaur Neelam Utpalam Ityadi Vishishta Vyavahara Asiddhihi. And therefore in Apoha Vada, Khandagau, Mundagau in this way, or Neelam Utpalam, this Vishishta Vyavahara Siddhi will not happen. Asiddhihi. Iyam Gauhu Ityadi Avadharana Swarupa Vyavahara Asiddhischa Syat. And this is Gau. This kind of Avadharana Swarupa Vyavahara also will not happen. Because for that you have to have knowledge of all Pratiyogis. How much knowledge you will need? Iti abhipretya apoha nirakaranam upasamharati. And therefore Acharya is concluding this apoha negation, nirakaranam of Apoha Vada. Naama jatyadayo yadvat samvidaste visheshataha. Naama jatyadayo yadvat samvidaste visheshataha. Te means tavamate, according to you. Nama, jati, etc. Nama jatyadayo. Tika, see, samvido avisheshato, nirvisheshatvat. Samvid is avishesha, it is nirvishesha chaitanya. Chaitanya means their chaitanya. Therefore, Naama, Jati, etc. Yadvad na Visheshanam. They cannot be Visheshana of Nirvishesha. Evam Gavadinam, in the same way of Gavadi, etc. Agavadi Vyavruttayaha, Khandadayo, Khandamunda, etc. They cannot be Visheshana. Why? Because it is Vyavrutti Rupa, Abhava Rupa, na Visheshanam. Iti Vishishta Vyavahara Lopa Eva. Neither you will have manyness in objects, nor you will have manyness in Vijnana, or distinction within Vijnana. So Vishishta Vyavahara Lopa Eva will happen. Iti Jivanam apite durlabham iti bhava. Your life will become miserable. You cannot live if you accept this Apoha Vada or Kshanik Vijnana Vada. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.